teams with some of the best players.
And it's bound to be a fun one, right? There is elite talent on the floor. In this kind of a powerhouse matchup, both teams are looking to make a statement.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. Brown against Williams. Brown jams it in!
Come on, Jalen, that's just ridiculous.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander knocks down the 3 ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. He's looking for Hartenstein and finds him.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I gotta say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Now Holmgren, after the missed 3 from Derek White. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Brown finds Tatum. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Tatum against Holmgren. Over Tatum. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Holmgren's got his second basket of the game. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
And fantastic at playing within himself on defense. Gilgeous-Alexander using his length well there to contest without foul.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Tatum.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Wasted no time on that one.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Williams against Holiday. Hartenstein inside, and no good. Nice D from Porzingis. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
And it's good, 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points so far.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. Brown wide open. He fires. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, Tatum is the obvious option for the catch and shoot. He's such an efficient scorer.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc. They get it back. The kick out to Williams. And taken away by Brown. Pushing it up. Goes up. And the dunk by Brown.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Wallace is checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Boston making some changes. Torrey Craig comes in for Luke Cornett. And it's Jason Tatum in for Brown. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Trains it from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Oklahoma City. Tatum on the wing. Wallace covering. From deep. Tatum's shot is off. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. Williams sets a screen for Caruso. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Tie game in Boston. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Alex Caruso out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then there's Wallace. Then it's Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position. And Tatum puts up a deep three. Pass to Hauser from downtown. The Thunder pull it in. Caruso looking for an opening. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And so it's Boston with it. Here's Pritchard. Scoreless thus far. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Wallace against Tatum. Wallace kicks to Caruso. Oklahoma City moving it around. And there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Al Horford with the rebound. Celtics trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And stolen by Wiggins. Pulls up for 3. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and that's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11.
On a dime, Shea got right where he wanted for that shot.
And taken away by Wallace for 3. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist by Wallace. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 9 now for Oklahoma City. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Thunder.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And let's also give them some credit for running the pick so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
Here's Caruso. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And the call will go against Aaron Wiggins. That's his first foul. RJ, so often with rookies, we want to judge them after half a season. But we're not very patient with them. How long should we give players to prove themselves in the NBA?
Well, there's a different type of prove yourself. If you're talking about a rookie, I was taught after about game 60, you're no longer a rookie because you played every team, you understand the defensive concept. You might be a little fatigued, but after that, you're no longer a rookie. But to judge them, if they can play in this league, it can take a couple of years.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Pritchard. The Thunder also changing it up. Holmgren, he's checked in for Wiggins. And it's Williams in for Alex Caruso. Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. Outside, White. Looking to end the run. Dort grabs the miss.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Richard, so many things about Drew Holiday's game we love, but what impresses you most about his game?
Well, I know it's an easy answer, but it's his defense. It's hard to be a feared defender in the modern NBA, Kevin. But Holiday is such a pest at all times on that end of the floor.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Wallace is checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Brown against Wallace. Outside Williams. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And stolen by Wallace. And the Thunder pushing it up now. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. White with it. And it's Wallace picking him up. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
41 seconds left to play in the first half. An even 3-on-3 break. Nice defense from George.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Holmgren against Holiday. Holmgren the pass to George. Just 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. And so it's Oklahoma City with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
The small and power forward, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. Out to White. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Nice move. Brown drives in, misses the layup. The Thunder leading by 10. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And moving with such speed, the quickness of SGA's drives, something to admire.
The 3 from Tatum. Tatum from 3.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes. Oh, that was slick right there. Great timing
to come up with that.
And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. The kick out to Brown. Holiday, the pass to White. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, Brown. And that one is off. Williams with the defensive effort. Dort wide open. That 3 off the mark. It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Boston. And Brown throws it down.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Offensive rebound. Outside, Dort launches a 3. Here's Holmgren. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Boston. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Tatum gets to Holiday. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Now just a 2-point Thunder lead.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Brown. Pass to Holmgren. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
On the wing, Williams. Guarded by Holiday. Williams passes to Holmgren. Over Tatum. Holmgren gets the bucket. Holmgren's got 12 points in the game.
And guys, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks.
Tatum's shot is off. The Thunder leading by 4. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Holmgren. Here's Williams. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Brown dishes to Tatum. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Thunder have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Holmgren finds Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. The third quarter comes to a close. Thunder on it. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Alex Caruso. Grayson Wallace is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. And it's Williams at the center. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Thunder?
Well, look, it's not just about forcing a turnover, guys. It's about converting them in those opportunities and cashing them in.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Fires from deep. Hits the three-point bomb. Horford's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
Austin's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Pritchard. Good, and It's Tatum picking up the assist. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Horford with the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pritchard, left side, Horford. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Launches it. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Horford the pass to Tatum. Tatum slips by the contact inside.
What muscle on that finish. It's hard trying to prevent Tatum from converting.
Knocked away. Pass to Hauser. It's taken away by Wallace. Wiggins with it. Shoots the 3. Traps in the tray. Wiggins has got 6 in the quarter.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's Pritchard. Wallace covering. And slam dunk by Tatum.
I do not care what kind of game he is having. In these moments, Tatum is just different.
Wallace the pass to Wiggins. Floats it up for Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
And why not go to Horford? Big Al has played in so many big games, not intimidated by the moment.
Got that one up quick. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 21.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
See, this is what Tatum is capable of. Like, if he is a sensational scorer, like, we understand that. When he gets into a rhythm, whew.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Here's Wallace. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics trail by 5. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That's foul number 2 for him. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Williams, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target with his 3. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with it. Goodbye, Porzingis. The Thunder with another miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Taking full advantage of his opportunities at the line to extend their lead.
Pass to Tatum. The kick out to Brown. His 3-pointers off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Holmgren can't hit. And Greg, it looks like time is going to run out on him here.
Yeah, I mean, unless they come up with an absolute miracle.
Here's Holmgren. On the wing, Williams takes a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was.
impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
And the basket by Edwards.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Tatum drives in. And finished off by Tatum.
Really hard to slow Tatum down on his drive because he's relentless. I mean, he's going to finish whether somebody's in his way or not. This guy's a load offensively to deal with. Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
And the Celtics in possession here. Following the score by Minnesota.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
For 3, Randle. Boston pulls it in. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's McDaniels. Kept alive. Pass to Edwards. Now Randle fires for 3. Counted from distance. Randle's got 5 now.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
And the 3-pointer goes.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Gobert with a screen on White. Edwards. Goes back up. Back to Conley. Pass to Randle. From outside the arc. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Boston has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. The shot by Holiday, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 8 so far. Randle, a screen on Holiday. Edwards, a pass to Randle. Porzingis grabs the board.
Boy, I'm puzzled, baffled, confused. How does such an elite finisher not throw that one down? Scratching my head, shaking it too.
And here's Edwards outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Randle really a force on the offensive glass. This guy plays with so much energy and excels. They crash into glass.
Back to Holiday. White, the pass to Tatum. The kick out to White. Outside, Brown. 5 on the clock. Over Gobert. Brown can't hit.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. This is so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the T-Wolves. It's a 3-point game, and they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Conley.
In transition, Randle extremely mobile for a power forward.
Out to Horford. They double team Horford. To the left wing. Here's Hauser. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. The Timberwolves shooting just 36% here in the first quarter. Alexander Walker controls the rebound and the putback.
What hustle on the offensive glass, finding ways to capitalize, paying off that hard work.
There's the three. Pritchard gets it to go.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
DiVincenzo, pass to Alexander Walker. Back to DiVincenzo. He gets it up. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And that concludes a back and forth. Man, this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. We've got Naz Reid, Dante DiVincenzo out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Miller, and it's Alexander Walker in at the small forward position. DiVincenzo against Craig, puts up a deep three. Reid can't hit.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Minnesota in the lead. Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base, and yeah, they're excited, and for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Gets the three ball to go. Alexander Walker's got 5.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
Tatum from long range. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
You gotta respect the response from Tatum. I mean, this guy just loves to compete.
DiVincenzo, pass to Alexander Walker. The 3 ball. Boston with a rebound. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Tatum from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Miller. Tries again. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. In transition, here they come. Tatum from long range. Back to Pritchard. To the middle. Out to Horford. Another shot. Rebound Minnesota. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. Edwards for 3. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a 3-level scorer.
Here's Hauser. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Minnesota's gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Craig with a screen on DiVincenzo. Pulls up. Pritchard, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Outside Edwards. Reed sets a screen. Takes a 3. And Edwards good for 3. He's got 9. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Second chance effort. Out to Horford. Puts up a 3. Edwards pulls it in. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Here's Miller. Off target from 3-point range. The Celtics shooting just 35% from the floor. The 3 from Craig. The shot no good. The Timberwolves shooting only 36% during the second. That won't go either for Tatum. Minnesota shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. No good on the three. There's 48 seconds left to play in the half. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Hauser can't get it to go. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
And here's Edwards outside. Horford pulls it in.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Boston shooting their first free throw of the game.
Well, you look at Horford, and he scores, rebounds, passes, and defends at a high level. That's why he's had the career he's had.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Now here's Porzingis. No points so far. And there's Horford on the assist by Porzingis. Here's Dillingham. He's guarded by White. Randall outside. Right side Conley. Outside McDaniels. Shoots over Brown. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And so it's Minnesota leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Hey, 3 points is better than 2. They built this lead.
They're measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the center position, filling out the middle. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you.
Yeah, you've got to be aware of Porzingis in these situations. I mean, you know he's coming for the three-point revenge there.
Pass to McDaniels. Randall with it, hounded by Tatum. 4-3. Randall can't hit. Celtics trail by 9. White, the pass to Brown. Holiday against Conley. Outside White. Here's Tatum. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him. They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Edwards for 3. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Ooh, here's White on the drive. Tatum with it. Randall's in his pocket. And here's Brown for 3. Offensive rebound.
Not an easy rebound at all. But when you win that kind of battle, it gets your blood pumping.
McDaniels from long range. The 3. And there's Conley. That one's good. And the assist by McDaniels.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping dimes.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Holiday a screen on Randall. Here's Tatum. Look at Tatum using his length.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Gobert with a screen on Holiday. Conley, pass to Edwards. It's stolen by Tatum. In transition. Tatum barreling it. Oh!
Wow.
Get out of the way!
With authority.
An athletic forward who dunks it with style. Showing off his dunking ability right there.
Randall can't hit. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Clock at 6. That won't go either for Tatum.
When you're that open, do you really need to go with the leaner?
Pass to Edwards. White with a steal. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Three-pointer Holiday. Tatum with it. He's picked up by Conley. Tatum with another miss. Minnesota leading by 3. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Back to Daniels. For 3, Randall. Boston with a rebound. Boston on offense. They're on a 12-3 run. Porzingis for 3. Again, the miss by Boston. And so Randall will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Right side Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Brown. Edwards, the pass to Randall. Back to Edwards from the arc. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth quarter. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Edwards out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Minot in at the power forward position. Tatum inside. Pass to Shireman. Here's Pritchard to take the lead. And again, Boston with the triple. Oh, couldn't have asked for a more hotly contested game.
These teams have swapped the lead 8 times. I believe it's coming down to the wire.
Alexander Walker with the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
DiVincenzo can't hit. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. There's Tatum with the 3. Right wing. Here's Shireman. Three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Pass to Minot. Outside, Alexander Walker. Lets it go from deep. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Tatum from long range. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Kind of a devious move by Tatum, pulling the defender in where he wants him.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And he makes all 3. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Edwards, a pass to Randall. And here's Edwards from deep. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Brown for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards got 4 rebounds in the game. For 3, Randall. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Conley's got his 5th assist in this one. It's Holiday with a drive. It's Brown on the wing. Outside White. Tatum against Randall. The kick out to White. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Boston again missing.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Porzingis sets a screen. The shot by Holiday, no good. Minnesota leading by 5. Left side, Edwards. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
Porzingis passes to Tatum. 3-pointer. And Conley grabs the miss. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 14-6 run. Got a piece of it. Porzingis with it. Randall's in his pocket. And here's Brown for 3. And Brown knocking down the triple.
Hey, and with Brown, guys, it doesn't matter what point in the game it is. I mean, he's ready to shoot whenever he has the ball in a good spot.
Edwards against White. Outside for Randall. It's stolen by Tatum. Right side, Holiday. Outside, Brown. Launches it. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Sometimes it's just better to give up the rebound instead of fighting through the guy.
Yeah, I agree. And you've got to have a sense of when you're not going to be able to get to the ball. That just wasn't a smart foul.
The kick out to Edwards. For 3, Randall. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
Porzingis misses.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Launches a 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. Trailing by 8. Pass to Porzingis. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
But you know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moment. Why? He's an impact player.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Brown. Fades and shoots. Cash. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
I can't believe that took so long. They needed to foul much sooner.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, leaving this one out of reach.
And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. This was a hard-fought
Tonight, both of these teams certainly get after it on the defensive end.
Well, I'm touching your suit here, Kevin, and it looks like you got shoulder pads in there. You're going to need that. This game's going to be a grinder. It's going to be physical. These guys are going to bump each other around, and they play hard-nosed defense. So I would expect this game to not rise up in terms of the scoring column, and we'll see who's tougher tonight.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And here's Edwards from the arc. Buries it from three-point range.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around you.
A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws. Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way. A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And Edwards slams it in.
Never giving up on the play. Edwards comes away with the hustle points.
Here's Holmgren. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Gobert. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Holmgren kicks to Dort. Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Holmgren's got 5 now.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. A three-pointer, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Holmgren finds Dort. Back to Holmgren. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Hartenstein. Randall with the block.
No, sir. Randall up there says,
Took him no time at all on that one.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Williams. Shoots it. The Thunder with another miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Gobert against Holmgren. Here's the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Holmgren's got a couple of threes now in the first for Oklahoma City. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
yep, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They built from within. They built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with the coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special. Now Randall, after the missed 3 from Chet Holmgren. Edwards, no good. 1:10 left in the first quarter. For 3, Holmgren scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, nice smooth jumper from Holmgren. The young guy finds some room and instantly takes advantage.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Walls is checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. DiVincenzo kicks to Clark. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to DiVincenzo. They get the rebound. Oklahoma City leading by 6. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Caruso, no good. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Fires the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Lets it go with the 3. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Ringing the bell.
And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He went on an aerial three-point display, drilling 4 long balls in just the 1 quarter alone. Back to the action in just a minute. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Edwards is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Miller, and it's Reed, and at the center, locking down the middle. DiVincenzo finds Alexander Walker. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Timberwolves trail by 8. Caruso with the steal. Jumps up. That's tipped. Timberwolves shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Edwards got 7 points.
And sometimes the simplest play is the best one. DiVincenzo made it.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Here's Alexander Walker. Trains the three-pointer.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and that's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Thunder. Pass to Reed, beyond the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Wiggins, right side. Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's the floater. Out to Miller. It's Edwards on the wing. Look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
The kick out to Williams. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Timberwolves trail by 6. Out to Edwards. Miller outside. Thunder with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys
at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
The Thunder leading by 8. Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren to the left side wing. Here's Hartenstein, and it's off the back rim, no good.
You know what, just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And rebounded by McDaniels. Timberwolves trail by 8. Conley left side. DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall kicks to McDaniels. 5 on the clock. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 3 assists in the game. Inside. Now here's Holmgren. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Thunder lead by 5. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Chet Holmgren has been sensational.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Back to Edwards. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 4th rebound in this one. Great, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of this game.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but man, when it's followed, watch out.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Conley, the pass to Edwards to the left wing. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. From the arc. And another 3 for Minnesota.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let Ant.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc. And rebounded by McDaniels. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. It's a 3-point game for the tie. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 4 assists in the game.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's foul number 2 for him. Holmgren in the post. He's defended by Randall. Holmgren gets the bucket.
Guys, this is what you call a generational talent. Holmgren is bound to fill up the highlight reel every night he plays.
Randall dishes to Gobert. Randall outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hits it from 3-point range. Now it's a 5-point Thunder lead. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really, the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
Edwards with the screen for Randall. Out to the right wing. And here's Conley outside. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniel. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Randall against Williams. Lets the three fly. Pass to Alexander Walker. And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And the Thunder with some changes. Wiggins comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Cason Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Edwards. Here's Reed. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage. That's it.
And it's Williams throwing it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Conley for three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They've led by as much as 10. Baseline jumper, and it's Wiggins missing.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got the eye in that kind of range.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Alexander Walker. Cans it from downtown. Alexander Walker's got 6 points. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Williams against Randall. Shoots. Dort misses. Williams against DiVincenzo. Here's Alexander Walker. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And a great show through 3 quarters. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Edwards. Then it's Nickeil Alexander Walker. Then there's Reed. And it's Minot in at the 4. Wiggins passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 5 rebounds tonight. Chang against DiVincenzo. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
And that's great to see Dante out there on the break. When he gets his steps together like that, he can attack the rim.
And that one's good, Caruso.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Outside Edwards. Reed with a screen for Edwards. Pass to Reed. There's the triple. Rebound by Chang. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. The 3. Rebound Minnesota. Outside Edwards. Now DiVincenzo. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Edwards kicks to Reed. DiVincenzo the bounce pass. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. The three is good, and he got fouled in the act of shooting. This could turn into a 4-point play.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in for Jang. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams is checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Cason Wallace. Thunder have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. The kick out to Williams. The tray. It's good from long range. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Back to Conley. It's stolen by Hartenstein. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And the Thunder another 3. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Now, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
No coverage that time. And now an 8-point Thunder lead.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Holmgren for the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. For 3, Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And he is built to be the man for this team. Edwards answering the bell and executing.
For 3, Holmgren. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Outside for Randall. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
How about Randall? Dependable big in a big moment.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Pass to Holmgren. Takes the 3. Laces one from 3.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Stolen by Conley. Williams with the steal. To the paint. Oh, and the jam by Williams. Here's Conley. Randall, a screen on George. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
And that one will not go for him, but he does have 2 more to shoot. The second one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so he's able to pick up 2 of 3 from the line. And it's a 9-point ball game.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
So we see the Thunder get the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage.
this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low. Deflects the pass. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. It's stolen by Holiday. Tatum with it. Hartenstein covering. Holiday passes to Porzingis. It's Brown on the wing. They kick it out to Porzingis. White for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
The unique perspective of a big. Porzingis has great awareness and the ability to easily find the open man.
Holmgren, the pass to Dort. Shoots over White. The shot by Dort, no good.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Knocks down the triple.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday. Fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. From outside the arc. No luck on that one.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
That was just great work to battle through contact and will in the shot.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Guarded now by Holiday. Launches it from deep. And Holmgren with the basket on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren's got 6 points. Boston's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Dort grabs the miss. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Mark Dagnall gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. The main topic of conversation, how they plan to guard Jason Tatum. We want to try to make Jason a jump shooter. Avoid fouling, don't let him go downhill. But JT will get his, so let's hope we limit him. Well, that's never easy to do, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Left side, White. Brown finds White. Back to Brown. The kick to Tatum. Outside Holiday. Pass to Tatum. This one for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. The offensive rebound. Fires from deep. That doesn't go either for Holmgren. Celtics lead by 3. White for 3. Buries it from 3. White's gotten his second bucket.
And put it on a platter. Holiday serving it up for his teammate.
The 3 from Holmgren. Boston pulls it in.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
And they pick up 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Dort. No points yet.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
White for 3. The shot misses. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Pass to Holmgren. With the fadeaway. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Brown with it. Hartenstein covering. And Brown gets a 3. Brown's got 7 points in the game.
What a way to begin this game. dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
From deep, Holmgren. It's hauled in by White.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a three of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Pass to Holmgren. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Boston. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
They've got Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Williams, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso outside. There's the triple. The rebound by Jason Tatum. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Celtics. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Well, Stan, when you look at the history of undrafted players, few have been as impactful as Alex Caruso.
And you have to love the way he's done it, Brian. He grinded his way through the G League, won a championship, and now he's a first-team all-defense guy. Quite a story. Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Boston leading by 9. Craig passes to Horford. Fires the three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Joe. Wiggins passes to Joe. Back to Wiggins. Joe on the wing. Clock at 6. The three is up. High arcing shot. Williams misses.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Tatum from long range. They get it back. Thunder trail by 9. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daignault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Boston leading by 10. Oh, a deep three from Tatum. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. A big triple, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And it's Tatum missing.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Oh, a highlight! What a slam!
Oh, my.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
The drive by Wiggins. Banked it in off the glass. Wiggins has gotten his first bucket of the night.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding.
A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
An example of the unique leadership of Gilgeous-Alexander, getting the 3 points right back for them.
Here's Horford, and Horford powers it home.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight.
Oh, that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hardenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Lou Dort in for Joe. Sinks it from distance.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dort.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
16 seconds left to play in the first half. And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
12 seconds left in the first half of this one.
A big athletic finish by Brown, polishing off the lob pass with authority.
Offensive board. Here's Cornette. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Boston out in front, up by 16. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Oh, nice game. Solid performance by Torrey Craig.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And I really like Holiday's shot selection. It's fun watching him measure defenses and catch them off guard.
Pass to Williams. Brown with the steal. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Boston shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Williams from long range. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists in the game. The shot by Holiday, no good. Thunder trail by 17. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. The 3. They get it again. The kick out to Williams. Holmgren with it. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Dort for 3. Here's Hardenstein. Oh, they get a hand on it. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. They led the game at one point by 20. And And it's Hartenstein. That time on the assist from Dort.
You can tell Dort keeps his options open when he has the ball. He'll set up another guy if he can.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Williams with it. Now guarded by White. From deep, Holmgren. Ooh, Holmgren. The touch from range.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
It's White with a drive. Pass to Tatum. Lets the three fly. Dort grabs the miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
The lead now cut to single digits. Williams has got 6.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Porzingis finds Tatum. And here's Holiday. Out of bounds, the Thunder will take it. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks. Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Here's Brown. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go.
Celtics ball.
A minute 53 left in the third quarter. And here's Brown for 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hartenstein's got his 6th rebound on the night. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you.
Well, he's shooting a high percentage, but not taking enough shots, in my opinion. He needs to be more aggressive on offense.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Boston leading by 10. Right side, Tatum. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Now Porzingis. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
For the Thunder, Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Joe's subbed in for Dort. Back to Pritchard. To the right side. Hauser passes to Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Hauser can't get it to go. Thunder trail by 10. Williams from long range. On target from range. Williams has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Out to Horford. Over Wiggins. Boston, no good that time either.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Williams on the wing. Caruso left side. From behind the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
And here's Brown for 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams click. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Alex Caruso. Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Joe in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. And it's Tatum missing. Thunder trail by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
The defense gives Shai all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
Here's Tatum. Oh, look at Tatum going to work inside.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Caruso.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Defenders just clearing out, and Gilgeous-Alexander came in with a purpose.
Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. To tie it up. Joe misses. Celtics lead by 3. Takes the 3. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Caruso, right side. Wiggins outside. And he hits it to tie the game.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe in.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Caruso outside. Wiggins outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins against Tatum. Wiggins passes to Caruso to take the lead. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Thunder lead by 2. Boston has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. He's guarded by Caruso. Hauser can't get it to go. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 13-4 run. Gilgeous-Alexander against Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Joe. And it's off from three-point range.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
There's Tatum with the 3. Tatum drills the 3.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Wiggins outside. Let's go with a 3. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got assist number 7 tonight. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams is checked in for Caruso. And it's Dort in for Joe. Here's Holmgren. Ooh, the toughness of Holmgren. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
One other thing I've liked is how assertive they've been on D, swatting a good number of shots away as a result. And there's nowhere on the floor where Holmgren can't do damage. He's put a ton of pressure on the D with his jump shot.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Out to the right wing. Outside, Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Holiday. Boston pulls it in.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense.
Again, the miss by Boston.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easy.
Dort for 3. Nails it from 3.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
White for 3. Not going to go that time. It's tipped. It's stolen by Holiday. And so it's Oklahoma City winning this one. A competitive game. Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
lots of fireworks. Doris might be a little disappointed in this one.
Right, Kev, but if you love gritty defensive play, this is the place to be. Listen, we may not get spectacular buckets, but I guarantee you every point is going to be well earned.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center, filling out the middle. Now after the missed three from Derek White. Outside Edwards. The rebound by the Celtics.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Stolen by McDaniels. Randall outside. Outside Conley. No good on the three. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Conley gets the bucket.
Mike Conley wanted to make sure the momentum was not swinging the other direction, so he answers with a three.
Now here's Porzingis. White, wide open, he fires. And again, Boston with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Randall against Tatum. Randall no good. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Tatum's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Out to Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
And that corner pocket triple. Terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
White connects from three-point range. White's got his second bucket tonight.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Edwards a screen on Holiday. Conley the pass to Randall. Gobert down low. Headed by Porzingis. For three, Edwards. Rebounded by the Celtics. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. And here's Porzingis. Michael Conley getting his three to go. From deep. And again, Minnesota with the triple. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition. Racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Now Tatum following the miss by Julius Randle from deep. Brown finds Tatum. Lets it go from deep. Boston again missing. Minnesota leading by 3. Conley the pass to Randall. Gobert with a screen for Randall. Off target from three-point range.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Minnesota's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Gobert with a screen on Tatum. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Sinks the triple.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
Tatum down low. Randall on him. It's White on the wing. Edwards defending. Holiday dishes to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by McDaniels. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Conley inside the line. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that concludes the first quarter of play. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
On the floor for Boston, they've got Horford. Torrey Craig is out there with Tatum. And it's Pritchard in at the guard position. Timberwolves leading by 6. It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it. Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the deep.
Tatum, that's for 2. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Minot's checked in. Here's Minot. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. On the wing, DiVincenzo. This one for 3. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Horford the pass to Craig. Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Zingas, he's checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Torrey Craig. Here's Pritchard. Nothing on the board. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Timberwolves leading by 12. Conley finds Edwards. Picked by Reed. They get it back. Launches a 3. That shot, no good. Celtics have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. These Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Julius Randle's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker.
We always know this has been the strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
Tatum against Randle to stop the run. The kick out to Brown. Shoots over McDaniel. And it's Brown missing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Stolen by Michael Conley. McDaniels passes to Randle. Over Holiday. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Celtics trail by 14. The 3 from Tatum. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
3-pointer. White, good. White's got 9 points.
That's a crafty play. Understanding when to pull up off the bounce to get that jumper to go. Derek White is on time.
Edwards finds McDaniel. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. McDaniel's got the lead up to 14 now for Minnesota. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Conley.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. And a change for the Celtics. Al Horford is checked in for Tatum. Now here's Porzingis. Hasn't made one yet. Lays it up off the glass.
There's simply no defense for that. Porzingis, so creative, can score in so many ways.
Randall from outside. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Conley. 4 on the shot clock. Launches it. And it's White with the rebound. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. A 12-point game. The shot by Holiday, no good. Now Randall. Over in the corner, Conley. And we finished one half of basketball. Timberwolves lead by 12. It's time. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's McDaniels. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Celtics trail by 9. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
For 3, Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Boston's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. White finds Tatum. The kick out to Holiday. From past the arc, Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Pass to McDaniels. Fires the 3. It's in there. Conley with the assist. McDaniels got 6.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Absolutely tenacious guy. Stuck right on him defensively. Bothered that shot.
Edwards passes to Randall. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Releases. Conley gets the bucket. He's got 11.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
The kick out to Brown. It's to Porzingis. Right side Holiday. From outside the arc. And the 3 ball is good. Holiday's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody. And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Outside Holiday. They get it again. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, you've got size and length, so Kristaps Porzingis, the extra possession.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. They are stacked, DA, for sure. And the basket by Edwards. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Timberwolves leading by 15. Conley surveying the D. Taken away by Holiday. .55 seconds left in the third. Bangs home the trifecta. Holiday's got 6 points in the quarter.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Gobert down low. Headed by Porzingis. Gobert can't hit. And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. Down by 12. Outside, Porzingis. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Conley for 3. And Boston with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists tonight.
A sneaky good scorer. I don't know that you define Derek White as a scorer. He's sort of jack of all trades, but boy, he's cooking right now.
And so it's Minnesota in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Looking good. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. On the court for the Celtics, they've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Horford. Edwards up high.
Anthony Edwards showing you, yes, I am a vertical threat at the rim.
Tatum against Edwards. Right wing. Pass to Pritchard. Craig with a screen on DiVincenzo. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
There's the pass to Reed. Here's Garza for 3. Craig pulls it in. Tatum on the wing. Defended by Alexander Walker. Pass to Pritchard. He's looking for Horford and finds him. And here's Tatum for 3. He can't get that one to fall.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Shot's good by Alexander Walker.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
A 3 ball. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. 3-pointer. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Timberwolves leading by 14. Got a piece of it. There's the pass to DiVincenzo. Fires away from way outside. And Horford pulls it down. The Celtics have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Craig kicks to Tatum. Pass to Hauser. 6 on the shot clock. Craig with it. Buries the long-range jumper. Craig's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
Here's Alexander Walker. Hits it from three-point range. Alexander Walker's got 6 here in this quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
They set the screen. Pass to DiVincenzo. Alexander Walker with the ball. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. Whoa! Tatum capping off the alley-oop.
Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Reeves got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Timberwolves.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
And up the court come the Celtics on the break. On up the court. And finished off by Craig. 43 seconds left in the game. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Garza. Pass to Reed. Now, Alexander Walker. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Not sure of the miracle Craig is on hand here tonight for them.
Well, they need one, but gonna play it until the final whistle.
Now the Timberwolves with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Reed gets the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 13. And here is Tatum. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A confident win. And all right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
And the Oklahoma City starting five. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3 slot. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Conley. Gobert against Dort. Gobert passes to Edwards. The 3 is up. Fires in the triple.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
Pass to Dort for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Edwards with it. Gobert with a screen on Holmgren. Edwards, no good. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit. But size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch, and he acknowledged that they're facing one of the most dynamic players in the league in Gilgeous-Alexander. He said there's no way to defend him, that his speed and movement, we need to be ready to rotate and help on every possession. Still, he said, they're all looking forward to the challenge.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Hits the trifecta.
Come on, man. If SGA is hitting that, it's good night.
Outside Edwards. Williams against McDaniels. Fires for 3. He buries it from 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Holmgren. Shoots over Randall. And it's Holmgren missing. Tipped. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Here's Randall. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Williams. McDaniels covering. Fires the 3. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Conley passes to Edwards. Randall a screen on Dort. Jacks up a 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder with a lead. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or a spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Hits the 3-pointer. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points.
Outside, inside, in between, it doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
Oh, a really deep 3 that time.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 points in the game, down low. Hartenstein in the post. He's against Gobert. Hartenstein, no good.
Good offense beats good defense? Not always.
Randall, right side. Here's the 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
When you have Randall on your team, he'll space out that floor.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Inside. Stolen by Conley. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe. I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's DiVincenzo in for Anthony Edwards. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Joe's checked in for Dort. And it's Caruso in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Randall. Oh, ripped away! About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Caruso outside. That shot off. Timberwolves trail by 4. Randall right side. Reed to screen on Williams. Outside Reed. Three-pointer. On target from range.
Unselfish, good vision. Nice dime by Julius.
Joe on the wing. Shoots over DiVincenzo. He knocks it down. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
And of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game.
What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City, hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. We'll be back in a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight. Turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Alex Caruso is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Isaiah Joe. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Williams in at the 5, down low. Minot's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 3. To the paint. And they're running. Wiggins with it. Picked up by Reed. Here's Joe. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
From downtown. First shot won't go.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Wiggins for 3. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Edwards for 3. Williams grabs the board. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Minot. And it's all tied up.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3. That shot off the mark. Minnesota's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. DiVincenzo, the pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Minot. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Outside, Williams. Here's Joe. Wiggins passes to Joe. Offline with a 3.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
The 3. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Thunder have got nothing to go in this quarter. 0 for 5. Counted from distance. Joe's got 5. You know, Clark, over the past few seasons, we've seen a historic amount of 20-point-per-game scorers in the league.
And that's a function, BA, of the overall skill level being at its all-time high in league history in my mind, but also the pace of play, the way the game is played, three-point shooting, there's scoring, there's more scoring, so more guys are scoring. And I think on top of that, it's a little easier to score because of how the game is played and officiated. It's tilted a little more in favor of the offense for the entertainment value of point production.
Pass to Edwards. Outside, DiVincenzo. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Well, you know, that last 3 got DiVincenzo fired up now. He had to respond. He goes to the arc to shoot back with one of his own triples.
Puts it up from the high post. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Minot. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Oklahoma City has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Williams on the wing, beyond the arc. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Alexander Walker. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 3. And here's Caruso outside. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3. It's on Anthony Edwards. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws tonight. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Minot. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Conley subbed in for Anthony Edwards. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Lou Dort in for Joe. Caruso, the pass to Williams. The Thunder with another miss. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Conley against Holmgren. Conley passes to Gobert. Here's Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Outside, Williams. Here's Holmgren. Launches it. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Outside McDaniels. And it goes! He gets it! Wow!
What an ending to the first half. The buzzer beating 3 to take the lead.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Timberwolves ahead, up 2. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You have to like what we're seeing from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
Yeah, an amazing find. How about the patience from Dort? Waits for his man to get open and feeds him.
Randle, good.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible. You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in the game. Randle right side. No good from outside. Thunder trail by 6. It's Dort on the wing. The 3 is up. Nails it from 3.
Yeah, the guard instincts of Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, fantastic work dishing the rock to uncover teammates.
Conley passes to McDaniels. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. McDaniels got 8.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Outside Edwards, left side McDaniels. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He's got 11.
McDaniels with the big answer.
Dort, the pass to Holmgren. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Outside Conley. Takes a 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Nice to see Conley receive the dime for once. He's normally the one dropping dimes.
Hartenstein, no good.
Tried to come right back at him with the three. Not that time.
And stolen by Holmgren. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
To the inside. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Conley against Holmgren. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
Boy, I love the hustle from Edwards that time. Excellent anticipation on the offensive glass.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Graham.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year. Already an elite shot blocker.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Caruso, he's checked in for Williams. Here's Edwards. Here's Gobert on the wing. Alexander Walker. Outside Edwards. 6 to shoot. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Conley's got his 5th assist in this one.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Randall with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. They double Randall. From deep, Conley. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. It really worked on that part of his game.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbow. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
And Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for Anthony Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Joe's subbed in for Dort. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for the Thunder. It's a 13-point game. Williams' shot is good.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
The Thunder have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Caruso pass to Wiggins. This one for 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Out left to the wing. Here's Clark. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Makes his selection just...
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going into the break up 12. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. More 2K action in just a moment. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And Oklahoma City, looking at who they've got, Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Joe in at the 2.
When you're as good a passer and scorer as SGA, you'll get defenders to bite like that.
Ingles, he's checked in for Garza. Good on both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Ingles with it. Now Wiggins defending. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and 1.
Wallace, he's checked in for Joe. Thunder trail by 13. Pass to Caruso. Fires the 3. Sinks the tray.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
There's the double team with Wiggins. Clark outside. From deep. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Ingles. And the Timberwolves lead by 13. And here's Caruso outside. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
That's how you up the ante. come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Pass to Wiggins. Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. They get it back over to the left wing. Here's Wallace. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Wallace has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. Out to DiVincenzo. Knocks down the long J.
Rise and fire. DiVincenzo does not lack confidence, going right up with the shot.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Floats one up. SGA using that size.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Ingles, no good.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Minnesota leading by 8. Lets a three fly. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth.
They found strong offensive footing in the open court.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they generated the highest quality shots.
And stolen by Clark. Reed for 3. They get it back. Outside, Ingles. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Jacks up a 3. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
DiVincenzo with it. Caruso covers. Clark, the pass to Edwards. The 3 ball. Oh, Edwards, money on the triple.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Caruso. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Edwards, no good. Oh, deflected. DiVincenzo with a steal. Ingles from outside. Williams grabs the board.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Hey, I don't care what he lacks in height. You have to box him out. He's got a nose for the ball, and he's fearless pounding the glass.
Wiggins with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Caruso outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's SGA. And here is Williams. Reed defending. 2 on the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Ingles. It's an even 3-on-3 break. And here's Clark for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Ingles.
He's one of the guys they don't mind taking the 3 in transition when he's that open. He's lethal out there.
Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Outside Edwards. Here's Ingles. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.